Hi, I'm Damon from Joie. I'm going to show you today how to install and use the Joie Tilt infant car seat in the rearward facing mode. So rearward facing, to start off with, if we utilise the red button on the underside here and align the blue diamond here with the other one on the seat shell, it opens out the blue belt guide on the underside. Now, as we locate that onto the vehicle seat, what we'll need to do is get the seat belt into place. The best way to do that is to start off by actually connecting the vehicle seat belt to the buckle. As we then place the tilt onto the vehicle seat, we can get a little bit of slack onto the belt, and at both sides take the belt past the belt guide and simply slide it straight up and through, and at the same time just give it a little rocking motion which will help allow it to drop into place really quickly and easily. As we've done that, then we can feed the belt around the back of the seat, taking the belt through the lower diagonal guide and out through the upper. We'll see then we also have a blue lock-off clip hiding inside of its storage bag at the back. Now this is easily located down near the buckle of the vehicle. What we want to do now is open the buckle up, place it onto the diagonal belt only, so it is only located on one belt. Now what we'll do is pull that down close to the buckle to get as much tightness onto the lap belt section as possible. So once we've got that belt in position, give the seat a little wiggle so we can get that really tight on the lap belt section. Take the blue clip right down as close to the buckle tongue as possible. As you'll see then, even with the slack here, that's getting it really tight and helping to keep and maintain the tension that we desire when the seat's fitted correctly. Ensure then that diagonal belt is in its two guiders at the back, and hey presto, we're off, done and ready for the road. On a daily basis, as of course we're normally standing at the door side, as we're loading the child in and out, we want to ensure that the lap belt section is still tight down at the beginning of the seat itself. If it's tight enough that we can flick it and make a noise, perfect. If it's loose, we know something's gone wrong and we need to retension or reinstall. If we have got a vehicle with limited access with regards to the door height, then we can utilise a little tip of dropping the diagonal belt on the underside of the shell there to aid loading or unloading the child. So if we're ready to load the child in now, we can simply press on the button, hide in at the front to pull the harness nice and long to extend the harness out. As we then load the child in, of course we can fasten the harness around the child, clipping it into the buckle, feeding the slack up towards the child's shoulder and simply pulling that until it's tight enough. You can only get 2 fingers flat above the child's shoulder and a little bit of a wiggle. If not quite tight enough, just retension further. At that point then, when we're ready to drive off, remember to drop the diagonal belt back up at the top. As we reach our destination, we can drop that down and get ready to eject the child out of the seat to go on the journey, etc. Now, the use of the insert on this is for rearwards facing only. Now it comes in 2 stages, so we do have a head section and a body section, and we must utilise the insert till at least 6 months. Thereafter it does depend on the child's size, but generally the head section you'd probably find somewhere around about 9 months to a year. We'd potentially remove that, giving the child the extra growth as they move through. And the body section, dependent on the child, will be used through to around about 12 months to 15 months to help with the angle that the child's actually laying at, to keep them in a better position until their neck is stronger and able to handle a more upright seated position. So this can continue in the rear facing mode all the way through until 18 kilograms. So it will keep you going all the way until potentially 4 years old. And the use of the seat itself does give extended rear facing through for great value.